Have you ever felt like the days are just flying by? Like time seems to be speeding up more and more? Those endless childhood vacations that felt like they would last forever now begin. And before you know it, they're over. But is time really moving faster? Or is it the way we live that gives us this feeling? The answer to this mystery lies in science, and the theories behind this perception will make you see time and the clock in a whole new way. One of the most widely accepted explanations for this sensation has to do with the amount of novelty we process throughout life. Psychologist Robert Ornstein, who studied time perception in the 1960s, found that our sense of duration is closely tied to novelty. In his experiments, he observed that more complex and varied images and sounds made time feel longer, even though they were shown for the same period as simpler stimuli. Children, for instance, see the world with curious and attentive eyes, absorbing each detail as if it were their first time. This freshness in their senses makes time seem to drag on. However, as we grow older, that feeling starts to fade. Places and routines that once sparked attention become familiar and predictable. That walk to work, the trip to the grocery store, the same path in the park, everything starts being processed by the brain in automatic mode, consuming less energy and attention. So, while children need to decode the world every moment, requiring more from their brains and making time feel slower, adults let the days flow by almost unnoticed. Who hasn't been surprised to realize the year is nearly over, as if it had just begun? The proportional theory is also quite intriguing. Essentially, it suggests that as we age, each new year represents an increasingly smaller fraction of our entire lives. For a 5-year-old, for instance, 1 year is no less than 20% of their existence. It's like a huge part of their world. But for someone who is 50, a year is only 2% of their total life. A much smaller slice, almost a fleeting moment. This calculation changes how we experience time because our brains are constantly comparing the present to the past. So, if each year becomes smaller in relation to our life story, it seems to go by faster. This theory also makes us think about the value we place on time in each stage of life. When we're young, every experience is a novelty that leaves a deep impression. As we get older, however, the routine and familiarity of experiences create the feeling that time is slipping by. That's why many people advocate seeking out new experiences and breaking the routine. The more unique and intense our moments are, the more they stretch our perception of time, helping us live more fully. In the end, the way we perceive time is shaped by our experiences and the intensity of each moment. If time seems to be flying, it may be a sign we're too stuck in routine and missing out on new experiences. So why not approach life with the curiosity of a child and seek out something different each day? After all, life is made of moments, and it's up to us to turn them into rich, vivid memories that slow down time and make each day a real adventure.